The housing market absolutely exploded in 2021, with homes selling for all-time record highs. So in this week's video, I'm going to share with you my bold housing market predictions for 2022. Will it crash? Will homes keep selling for all-time record highs? Or will it go sideways? If you want to know what these predictions are, stay tuned because we're getting started right now. Boom! Hey everybody, it's David, your favorite realtor. As always, it's another beautiful day right here in Northern Virginia. If it's your first time here on my channel, please smash that subscribe button because every week I release videos what it's like to live, work, play, top neighborhoods, pros and cons, cost of living, basically everything that you need to know about living right here in Northern Virginia. So let's do a recap of what we've seen here in 2021. So home prices have exploded compared to 2020. Depending where in Northern Virginia, it can be anywhere from 10 to 15% compared to last year. And what we had was a perfect storm of basically no homes for sale and extreme high buyer demand due to historically low interest rates. And a lot of people wanted to upsize their homes because a lot of people, because of COVID, had to work from home. So some of the new norms that we saw this year, which I never saw prior to 2021, is homes routinely selling for $50,000 over list price. That is 1,000% very routine. Buyers waiving their home inspection or appraisal contingencies, or even both. That is definitely common practice right now with this crazy market. Another thing I've seen is the VA and FHA buyers really struggling to compete in this crazy market with the 20% down buyers and the cash buyers of the world. So basically this year, the sellers have had all the leverage. I'll use my experience as an example. This year, I've written 60 offers for my clients. And of those 60, 54 were multiple offer scenarios. That is 90% of the offers that I write for my clients is multiple offer scenarios. That is absolutely crazy. I would say between like 2017 and 2020, that number is more like 20 to 25% of my offers being in multiple offer scenarios. So I'm gonna share with you some of the crazy things I've seen being boots on the ground in this crazy market. I'll actually start off with the rental side first. The rental market exploded just like the housing market as well. I saw many homes get multiple applicants on it, people offering $200 over list price on a rental. I've never seen that before. And in one circumstance, I saw somebody pay a whole year's rent up front just to secure the rental. Some other crazy things I've seen. Back in like September timeframe, I submitted an offer for my clients. We were $105,000 over list price. Yes, you heard that right, $105,000 over list price. We came in 6th place. When I heard that, my mind was blown. Definitely never seen that before this year. I've seen homes sell for $220,000 over list price. I mean, these are gonna be the best of the best homes, and definitely like single family homes that are actually probably in that over $1 million price range. But I've seen that a few times. I remember earlier this year in Round Hill, which is a small town in western Loudoun County, rural area, there was a single family home listed at like $625 if my memory serves me correct. But I remember showing it, and this house had 0 updates. Everything is original from like 1999 when the home was built. Well, that home sold for $135,000 over list price. I could not believe that at all. Another crazy thing I've seen this year, a few times since this happened. So when I go to schedule a showing for my clients, I do it on something called showing time, and I can see all the available slots. So if it's full, that means someone else is seeing the house. But a few times I've gone to show a house and every single block was full. So I couldn't even get my clients in. And we're talking about like 4 days out, full. I've seen sight unseen offers. That's definitely become the norm now. And now another crazy story I have is, so I had a listing in Brambleton, January of last year. It's kind of right before all the craziness started. Single family home. We put it on for $885,000. Get a full price offer pretty quickly. Goes under contract. Well, the deal ends up falling apart for whatever reason. And my seller at the time says, "Hey, David, I'm not ready to sell yet. Let's take it off the market. Maybe try again in the summer." So literally 5 months later, we go back on the market and we get an offer for $1 million. So literally by him waiting just 6 months, he put an extra $115,000 in his pocket. I mean, that was mind blowing. That definitely never would have happened in years prior. So let's look at some stats to compare the numbers of 2021 versus 2020. So in Fairfax County, the average sales price of a home in October of this year was $753,000. Now that's gonna be 14.3% higher compared to the same time last year. And then in October of 2021 for homes in Loudoun County, the average sales price was $676,000, and that was 10% higher compared to this time last year. So that shows you, depending on where in Northern Virginia, home prices are anywhere from 10 to 14% higher compared to 2020. So let's say you bought like a $600,000 townhouse in, like, let's say Ashburn back in 2020. That same townhouse today would be worth about $684,000. So I know what I'm seeing personally on a day-to-day basis, but I always like to see what my colleagues are experiencing on a day-to-day basis in this crazy real estate market. So I'm part of a realtor forum on Facebook, and I saw this question the other day, and I was like, I gotta bring this up in my video. So here's the question right here that an agent asked other fellow agents. Are you still seeing multiple offers over asking price, and are folks still waiving contingencies? So I'll go over some of the answers that popped up in the remarks. I lost against 10 offers yesterday. Price was $760,000. My listing had 10 offers, ended up selling for $87,000 over list price, no contingencies. This is a single family home in Sterling. I lost out on 2 today for my buyers. Both are multiple offer scenarios. One house in Ashburn, one in Sterling. My 4 listings over the weekend all sold well over list price. All of them waived all contingencies. Had 1 listing in Ashburn yesterday. Had 7 offers, sold for way over list price. So yes, my colleagues are seeing the exact same thing that I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis. And by the way, I'm filming this video in December, which is, I'm right in the middle of the holidays. And historically during the holidays, the market gets really slow, but it seems to be picking up, which is kind of crazy because about 5 weeks ago, I just did a video called, Is the Housing Market Cooling? Well, it's actually picked way up since I filmed that video. Now my predictions for 2022. So what I believe is going to happen is, it's basically going to be a watered down version of 2021. So what I mean there is, homes this year have appreciated up to 14% here in Northern Virginia. What I think is going to happen in 2022 is homes are going to appreciate not as high. It's going to be a deceleration of appreciation, but I believe they'll appreciate anywhere from 8 to 10% this year. So if you bought $1 million house like today, that house will probably be worth $1,080,000 or $90,000 next year. Now, an 8 to 10% appreciation of value is still an extremely high number. We really should be in that 4 to 5% range of appreciation. So 8 to 10 is extremely high. And the reason why I believe it's still going to be that high is I don't see an influx of inventory coming. And that's kind of where this whole problem comes from, is there's still so much demand, but there's no homes for sale. And I just don't see an influx of homes coming. Another prediction I have is interest rates 100% will go up. How high, I do not know. Right now, all year, they probably average right around 3%. I think last I checked, they're in the low 3s still right now. So they're going to raise at some point next year. In fact, Redfin predicted they're going to raise up to 3.6% probably in the second quarter. So what I also believe a result of raised interest rates will be is there's going to be a frenzy to buy a home in the first quarter, basically right after the holidays, because people are going to want to keep those low interest rates. Even if going to 3.6%, it's not a huge increase, but still enough where people are going to go crazy to buy a home. So I definitely predict an extremely crazy first quarter. But even with interest rates, let's say they do rise to 3.6%, I don't think that's going to have much of an effect on the market in terms of slowing it down. That's just not big enough of a hike to really slow it down. Now, it could affect maybe the low end of the market, because if you just barely qualify for, let's say, a $250,000 loan, any hike in interest rates really going to lower your buying power. So it may make it tough for those folks. But if you're buying a $800,000 house, a slight hike in interest rate is not going to make a difference. You're still going to buy the house regardless. So low inventory will continue to be a problem with the housing market here in Northern Virginia. So if you're a seller, you're absolutely going to love it. Selling next year in 2022, because you're going to sell your house for top dollar, low contingencies, multiple offers, you're absolutely going to love it. But if you're a buyer looking to buy next year, it can still be frustrating. Just be patient. But the good news is, like I said, it'll be a watered down version of 2021. So maybe instead of having to go $50,000 over list price, maybe you can win that house for $10,000 over, $15,000 or $20,000 over, which is way better than $50,000 over list price. Now, you know who else is going to be very happy though next year? It's going to be if you bought a home in 2021, because you had to go through the extreme craziness to help secure your house. So you're going to be sitting on the sidelines and kind of watching what's going on with the market in 2022, and you're going to be very happy to see prices keep going up, so you're going to feel a lot better about the investment that you made this year. Now, more of my long-term prediction, like probably fourth quarter of 2022, going into 2023, I definitely believe this craziness will definitely slow down. Homes cannot keep on going up in value 10 to 15% every year. That is not sustainable. But I think it's still going to be crazy, probably the first half of 2022. But I think the second half of next year, things will definitely slow down. It'll get a lot easier to buy a home. I think a lot more inventory will hit the market. And then going into 2023, that is when we'll see more of a balanced market. So with all this being said, with my predictions, the market can change like that. And if it does, I'll be making new videos, updating you every step of the way with the housing market right here in Northern Virginia. And if you want to learn more about living in Northern Virginia, check out this video right here. It's going to be an awesome video. And I'll see you on the next video.